Coach Robo, I've known him since literally he graduated playing at Lafayette College up in Pennsylvania, where he was a standout offensive lineman. He brings a great amount of experience in the CAA, you know, having been at Delaware when they won national championships, which I think is a huge advantage and a huge asset, not just for me, but really everybody on our staff and even in the administration.
I remember when Coach Wroblewski was hired here, it was an exciting time for him, and when I was at another institution in the CAA, we would see Elon on film, and Coach Wroblewski was coaching here at that time, and we were very impressed with the things that the university was offering and what they looked like and how they played. And so when Coach Wroblewski became the head coach, it was a very exciting opportunity for both he and I for us to work together.
Every coach has a personal flavor or touch that they like to put on their team. While one coach may focus on aggressive play, another may focus on solid fundamentals. Coach Wroblewski has quite the unique background, and that has left an impact on the way he coaches his players.
Growing up, I had an affinity for martial arts. I took martial arts as a kid in college and whatnot, and so I think I might look at the game a little bit differently. I look at the game as truly a performing art. The teachings are different. We'll practice breathing. I don't know how many teams do that per se, but we'll practice it because it's all part of the rhythms of the game that's going on. And if you understand that, there's a time that you need to be very firm and very hard, and there's a time that you need to be very relaxed and very loose. That's going to happen in the course of a game.
Coming to a new school and into any athletic program that is in a state of change requires that a coach begin from square one with both the program and the athletes. So what does that mean for Coach Wroblewski?
Whenever you come to somewhere new, the important things that you handle first are your in-house elements, whether it's player development, whatever it is. Whenever there's a new coaching staff, there's a culture change that needs to happen. And so you want to establish what's important to you. You want to get to know your players and evaluate them.
Over the past few weeks, the team has been conducting winter workouts, and Coach Wroblewski has been using this time to learn about his players and what they can bring to the team.
What you're trying to do is create an environment that's somewhat stressful for the kids in a short period of time, because you want to see how well they can follow directions and how well they can strain their bodies and how well they can deal with being uncomfortable and still following directions very closely, as well as how well they can strain their bodies when they're tired. A lot of the game of football is played when you're tired.
Beyond the physical aspect of winter workouts, what else is Coach looking at in his players during this time?
Number one, how well they can master the scheme of what we're doing. Okay, in other words, understand the big picture. Can you sit back and look at the video screen and look at all 11 players and understand how you fit within each individual scheme or player, what have you. At the same time, you want to take the reversed approach, and you want to get the kids to understand themselves from an inward or an outward idea from where they stand in their fundamentals.
With spring practice getting ready to begin, how does Coach plan on teaching a whole new offense to the team? And what does he believe is the greatest method of coaching that will allow the players to learn most?
There is no better teacher than experience, and so you have to create environments where kids can experience things, and then you can say, hey, listen, this is what we were talking about, but you have a simple foundation, a simple set of criteria and tasks that they have to do as they work their way through the game. You have to crawl before you can walk and everything else, and so when you start giving them information, you keep it simplistic and minute, and then as they give you the answer back or perform the task back, then you grow that task and you progress your way through it. There are rhythms to the game, and there are rhythms to each position and rhythms to each technique, and how well you can master that skill and craft in a finite area. So whether it's just a release for a receiver, a path for a running back, ball security, a block, a footwork, all of these things fall in, and they all are little rhythms that go together in a bigger scheme. And so to be able to get the kids to understand how to look at it from the outside in and where you fit as far as a puzzle piece, but also how you fit in inside out, and how you specifically work at your craft and your skill set that it takes to be successful for wherever you're playing.